Hello, thank you for being in this space, Embracing the In-Between, a weekly series where you'll be able to experience yourself in a much different way, a much more expanded way, and take an inner journey within yourself to explore your multidimensionality. So if you haven't watched the introduction video, I advise you to do that, and you'll get a little bit more detail on what this is all about. We're going to be focusing on the physical, mental, emotional bodies, and utilizing our psychic senses. And again, expanding into that more. Okay, so each session has a theme to it, and for this one, we're going to be focusing on our light body vehicle, which is also known as the Merkaba field. Also in sacred geometry, it's known as the star tetrahedron. And so this right here is a model of the star tetrahedron. My friend Daniel made this for me many years ago, actually now, in his wood shop. So it's made out of wood. He also painted it silver and gold, which is wonderful because I loved it when he surprised me with that, because essentially that's what the alchemists were doing, is that, it's a big metaphor in changing silver to gold. Yes, they were doing that. But also the silver and the gold is a representation of, changing your thoughts, choosing a better feeling thought, which is changing your emotions, and that changes your electromagnetic field. Because thoughts are electrical, emotions are magnetic, and whatever you're doing with that, you're drawing it to you. We live in a universe of magnetism. Creation is magnetism. So, we have the feminine. So there's the pyramid, there's one pyramid, and it's the feminine, and the other one's masculine, and they spin in opposite directions of each other. Okay, so you can do your research more on the Merkaba field if you want to after this, but what's better than to explore and experience it straight on within yourself, and that's what we're going to do. So again, I advise you to watch the introduction, because you know how this works. I go within, and then I connect with my entourage, and then they take us on this journey to explore all of this. So we get more acquainted with this vehicle that we all have, and it's a beautiful experience. So if you haven't already and understood all of this, again, I advise you to check out the introduction video so you know exactly how this all goes. Okay, so before we start, like always, get a comfy space for yourself. I noticed last time it was a little bit of noise in the background, but I'm doing this a little bit differently. I live in a village that tends to be have noise on the outside, so I'm doing it earlier in the day, so less noise, less movement of activity. You might maybe hear something in the background, but we'll do the best we can with all this. Okay, so get yourself a comfy space. You can be sitting up, laying down. I suggest lay down. Even have the room fairly dark. You don't need your physical eyes, so cover your physical eyes, much like what we do when we do shamanic journeys. And bring some water in with you, maybe in a cup of water, a glass of water, and some tissues if you need that. Anything you want to bring into the space that you feel comfortable with, do that. Whatever that is. It could be comfy blankets or pillows. Just get yourself in a nice space where you feel relaxed. You could do however you want. You could be standing up and dancing around listening to this. Get creative. But I do suggest you to lay down and have your eyes closed during this, because your physical body is much more relaxed and you get so much more benefits from it. Okay, so we'll be utilizing the third eye space. So again, get yourself nice and relaxed in the space, and make sure you have your water, some tissues, and fairly quiet for the most part, as I will do as best as I can on my side too. Like last time there was I think there's somebody was playing a stereo and had their subwoofer going, so it was quite the distraction in there. I felt it was, but I'm just going to go with it here. So I believe that's all for now. And let's see how this all goes. And again, I sure do appreciate you being here. So let's dive in. Okay, you have a good space for yourself, and you were settling into your space, into your spot. I want you to take a breath. Take a couple breaths, relax. Notice yourself. It takes a little bit to get into this space as we get deeper and deeper and more relaxed. So on your breath of choosing, I want you to breathe into your heart space as if you have lungs right in there. Notice how far your in-breath goes in. If you want to, you can even count, 5 seconds in and let that out breath a little bit longer, maybe 7 seconds. You choose your pace with that as you're breathing. Notice your body getting more relaxed. What we want to do is, as you're breathing, pay attention to your body and start with your feet. Start at the bottom of your body. And as you're breathing, work your way up through your ankles, up your legs, back and front, up to your torso, to your stomach and your back, again, back and front. You take your time with this. Up through your heart space, through the throat, to that space right between your two eyes. Right above your brow is that third eye space. And then make your way up through your head. We call you crown chakra. And go about 3 feet above the head. And you can make your way down. And some of you might be in different places at this point. But again, take your time with this. You can't do it wrong. It's just a nice body scan. As you're breathing and relaxing. Okay, so keep breathing, focusing on that in and out breath. It's okay if you find yourself drifting off and falling asleep during this. Either way, you'll receive the benefits. So we're not going to be going to our particular space like we have done in the other sessions, and we probably will be doing in ones to come, where we go to our space out in nature and some of you have already had that experience, or you perhaps have done this before. You start out in a space, but here, we're just going to be right here. Welcome to the present moment. Welcome home. That old expression, home is where the heart is. Notice yourself. Notice how you're feeling. You might have some discomforts in the body, maybe some pressure, a little bit of pain somewhere, or emotional stuff, Thoughts be slowing down at this point as you're relaxing more, becoming present as you're breathing. Now you can't get this wrong. You can't do this wrong at all. This is your show. This is your space. I'm just your guide. Your soul, your friendly friends, helping, compassionate friends are here to assist you and guide you. Always present. They're always present. We're never alone. You might want to sense into that as you're breathing and relaxing. So at this point, you probably are done with your body scan. Maybe some of you have done it a couple times by now. That's good. So if you could, with your eyes closed, notice a light. Some of you may notice it further away or close up. As you continue to breathe, and you're relaxing more and more now. Your breath has a nice, slow rhythm. It's a beautiful space to be. Time is irrelevant. It's not part of this. Good. Put a smile on your face. Notice the love. You are loved. You are here at this time for a reason. You're beautiful. Thank you. So this light, you may notice that it's getting more intense. It's of the highest of frequencies. And it's really starting to envelop your bodies, your physical, your mental, your emotional. And perhaps you are noticing some things that might be coming up. But that's what you're doing. You're just merely noticing them. Nothing to do about it. And back to your focus on the light. It's permeating your entire being at this point, pulsing with every breath. That beautiful rhythm of your heart space. Here you're making peace with whatever comes up, because it just feels good to have this basking of light directed at you. This is about you. So you may feel as if you want to take one nudge, like a step forward. Or perhaps it's just a falling back to, and you click into being within this light. So it's fully part of you. Now, as you're breathing, it feels free. It feels gentle, easy. This is easy. This is grace. And that light is pulsing. And it's moving faster. But it's non-intrusive. It's non-interruptive. It's welcoming. You might even notice that the light is changing colors. But behind all those colors is this brilliant white light. Perhaps you're noticing some of the colors going to different parts of your physical body. Feeling this in your heart space. Feeling at home. So keep breathing. Noticing that internal space. Internal, eternal. At this point, you are feeling very relaxed, comfortable, at ease. Loved. It's just part of you. It's part of who you are. It's not separate. Like we have to bring in an extra ingredient called love. No. It's part of this entire show. Always. You'll take it with you. I want you to notice with this pulsing of this light, perhaps these different variations of frequencies and colors. You might be seeing it in a different way. You might be feeling this. Bring all your senses in here now. Bring your senses. You might be tasting some things. Bringing memories of that. Feeling this. Seeing this with your inner sight. Allowing that which wants to come into this picture, into this space. Allowing it to expand into your energy field. As you continue to breathe, you might be feeling lighter, as if you're floating too. So just notice your senses. Notice how you've allowed the busyness of the world to be over there while you're in your sacred space here. Feels good. Being present, relaxed, attentive, anticipating. This is fun. This is fun. So let's go a little further. Let's go a little deeper here. Good. Right in front of you, you just notice a pinpoint of light right in front. It's directly across from your heart space. And as you breathe in on your breath of choosing, we want you to breathe that pinpoint of light into your heart space. And there's another pinpoint. You're going to do this several times. And this other dot, this pinpoint of light, is now directly across from your third eye. So that point right above the brow, in between your two physical eyes. And as you're breathing in, your breath of choice, breathe that pinpoint of light, that dot, into that space. There's another dot in front of your solar plexus, right in front of your stomach area of your body. So again, your breath of choosing, breathe that dot into your stomach area. Notice the expansion in your heart space. Notice the expansion in your third eye. And also in your solar plexus, in your stomach area. There's another dot that's in front of your feet. Breathe that into your feet on your breath of choosing. You're doing so good with this. There's another dot right above your head. So breathe that right into the top of your head. As you notice your feet, that point that went into your feet is expanding now as well. Now there's a dot behind you, right in the center of your back. You're going to breathe that into that space, much like you did with the other spaces. So you have 6 points now clearly lit up. One in your heart space, one in your third eye, one in your stomach area, one in your feet, one above your head. It might be falling into your head. One behind the back. Now this light that we started out, and it's been really permeating all over your body, pulsating as you're feeling this. These pinpoint places that we just focused on, they're part of that light, but they're still very prominent. You can still tell the difference between. I want you to take 3 good deep breaths into your heart space again. I want you to notice that there's a pyramid right in front of you. And if you could, step into that pyramid so that you're inside of this. And relax into that space. Now, there's no direction here. It could be upside right, upside down, inside out, doesn't matter. You're inside of this space. You should connect those dots in your heart space, in your third eye, in your stomach area. The 3 points of that pyramid. It doesn't matter which side. Breathe. You might be noticing some shifting of sensations in the body too. And it's moving, much like the pulsing of the light. It's going to match the speed. It's going to feel exhilarating. This pulsing is sending so much love and high frequencies into your heart space. And it's picking up speed. It's going to be moving faster. There is another pyramid that's going to be coming and just gently moving on top of the one that you're in. And it's going to move so that the 3 points match up to your feet, to your head, and your back space. That point right in the middle of your back. It's just gently going to come right in, and it's going to be turning the other way, counterclockwise to the pyramid that's you started out with. So now, as you're breathing, two spinning pyramids. That one that just came in is moving a little bit slower than the other one. It will catch up. It'll start spinning faster. Take your time with this and make sure you're breathing. It's moving faster. So you're inside this very beautiful space. And it's as if you can do anything. It's endless possibilities that's rising up within you. You're sensing this endless creativity, feelings of joy, elation. There's much excitement. It's like, you're going on a trip and you arrive to whatever vehicle is going to be taking you there. Maybe you just got inside the car, or you arrived to the airport, or you got into a train station. And you're just about ready to go on this journey you've been excited about for a very long time. This one's an ancient memory. This is ancient. This excitement. You came forth into this lifetime, and you simply may have just forgotten about it. But the memory, it's not even a memory. We don't even want to call it that. It's very present. Present time. Those ideas that were left in the corner of one side of the pyramid could be coming up to the forefront right now. It's oh yeah, I forgot about that. I really want to go and do that. I'm going to start that again. I'm going to finish that. I feel good about this. This is exciting. Wow. I'm looking forward. Looking forward to this. As you're continuing to breathe. Now at this point, it's feeling normal to be inside of what would you say is a vehicle, a fast-moving chariot. That you're not going anywhere. There's no going back. There's no going to the future. It's all happening now. And you can pull from different sensations or emotions that you're feeling. Different ideas that are coming to your mental body. We didn't even need to clear out anything, because it's very clear here. You are a creator being forevermore. Can't get it wrong. You can never get it done. The space, this is your creation space. Whatever you choose that you want, it's here. Moving extremely high frequency and not going anywhere. Everything is at your disposal. Everything is here. And no thing. If you want at this point to drink some of your water that you have, or even to get up, you do so at any time. Move around. Even go to the bathroom if you need to do that. That central sun, that light is permeating all through your entire being. It does not cease. Just like the sun comes up, even though you may not see it every day, might be behind a cloud or a cloud cover. But that sun always rises and always will. You knew this. You might want to simply explore your vehicle. Your attention might be drawn to different areas of your body. We're not focusing on clearing anything, simply allowing this light to shine in spaces that didn't have the curtains parted, much like in a house. There might be a window in the house or in a room that the shades were always down, or the curtains were drawn. Here it's just allowing that light into those spaces and breathing. Your sacred breath, your sacred geometrical patterns that make up all of who you are. It's called sacred because everything's sacred. You're a divine, sacred being. No beginning, no ending, simply being. breathing. Without distractions, without having to do or become anybody or anything. Simply enjoying. Looking out from within. And witnessing you as the creation. You're the big deal. You are it. You are all that ever was and ever will be. Beautiful. Shining. Brilliant. Expanding. Ease. Gentle. Happy. Creative. As you're breathing. You notice that brilliant light is now focused on top of your head. You have a crown of this brilliant, eternal light. And it's moving up and down through your physical body, all the way through the floor to the earth, beyond. You'll notice too, as you're breathing, notice how this light goes through, we call the ground or the earth, and it touches to the center, doesn't ever quite go to center, comes back around again, because that which is in the center is on the out. It's as if the sun that shines every day, that makes the day, is in the inside of the earth. There's no in or out. You could even realize there's no separation. It goes on for eternity as you're breathing. At this point, you are feeling expansive. You've grown. You might even feel like you're taller, wider in the sense of more spaciousness. You can move around more. Play here. Play in your space. You also notice too that it's not the usual outer action. So when we say go and play, there's not a doing. It's a mere noticing. Your vehicle that you're in is balanced. It's moving. Faster than the speed of light, yet it's not going anywhere. It's radiating from the inside out. You might be noticing colors, different variations of frequencies. Much like a rainbow. There could be more in there. Brilliant colors. Brilliant like stardust. More brilliant than you can see with your two physical eyes. Colors within colors. Textures within textures. Worlds within these places and spaces, potentials that we will explore as we get closer to the end of our session here. We're just having you notice that you are a brilliant rainbow. You might be drawn to certain colors over others. Perhaps you're still just basking, floating, if you will, in the white light. This is your show. Some of you may have fallen asleep. Getting a nice time out from thinking all the time. It's still going in the background, but your focus is everything. Where you put your focus, what you're noticing, it's all still happening here and now. And you have a choice on what you notice and what you pay attention to. Brilliant red from your feet, up through your ankles, through your legs, up through your thighs, turns into an orange. And that space above your legs, below your stomach, which turns into a yellow. In the front, around, and between all the spaces, goes up, turns into a brilliant green, even some magenta, beautiful pink. Your heart space, as you breathe deeply right now, take a good deep breath. Your breath of choosing, you're breathing that good deep breath. Just let it out when it wants to come out. You blew in your throat. You could even swallow a little. That blue goes right up through your head into the purple of your third eye. You might even be able to see all that beautiful purple fill up your eye sockets. And then the sky appears in your head, as if you're seeing this beautiful blue sky. No clouds, nothing to obscure it. That beautiful blue, sky blue. And there's that white right above. And even within the white, there's the dark. Nice and balanced. Nice and balanced. Beautiful. Nothing to think. Nothing to do. Just to be in the blue. As you're breathing and being and shining. You're a star. The stars at night, shining. Everyone here is shining. Simply just shining like a star. We can see you. We know who you are. So, you might want to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your body out a little bit, right? You're coming out of this space You'll never fully come out of this space. You'll take it with you through your earth walk throughout your day and your days. It's always here to come back to as well. Even when you go to sleep tonight, you can always bring it in to your sleep space and allow yourself to freeform. Beautiful remembering of who you are. So, open your eyes now. Notice yourself. Again, stand up, stretch out, ground. Ground yourself. You might want to take a walk. Maybe get some exercise, do some yoga. Do some stretching. Come back into your body and enjoy the rest of your day.